We're okay. We're gonna get another comedian up to the stage, guys. Very funny dude. Another person from Asheville. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Wookiee Enthusiast, Michael Channing!
I love the new stage. This is so cool. Wow, I like Wookiee Enthusiast. That's cool. I guess Wookiee Stalker is a little freaking weird. I've always been into nerdy stuff. I've always been into video games and playing Dungeons and Dragons and programming my computer. And I grew up in a trailer park full of rednecks. So that meant adding to my list of things to do. I was also into running and hiding. And all the fathers in the neighborhood I grew up in, they all had a specialty. Some dads were really good at fixing barbecues, some dads were really good at fixing cars, and my dad was really good at fixing heroin. And I had to take pride in something. So all the other kids at the playground were going, my dad could beat up your dad. And I was like, oh yeah? My dad died twice. He's immortal. I made a discovery earlier this year when I turned 35 for the first time. I realized that I can no longer date 25-year-old girls. That's where the cutoff now lies. And it's not because of the 10-year age difference. It's because dating a girl that young, I know, would involve texting. And I can't text because I'm an English major. And I would be correcting her grammar at the worst time. Excuse me, but Y-O-U-R is possessive. Y-O-U''R-E is you-are, and the two letters U and R, not a goddamn word. You still want to make out? Lost you somewhere. Oh my goodness. I like saying all things. I realize it's getting a little bit colder now, and every time it gets colder, I think back on a job I had maybe like 8 years ago. I worked at the place up the road, maybe it's on that way, Cytel used to be called. What it used to be called? Client Logic. I bet half of you used to work there at some point. I'm pretty positive. Or you put an application anyway, I fucking know you did. Anyway, I used to work at the one division there, Ford Roadside Assistance. What I would do is just sit in a nice little cubicle in the warmth of the inside while the people out in the wintry cold would drive their SUVs into the snowy ditch. And then they would call me and I would dispatch a tow truck. Fine and dandy, but occasionally I would get horrible calls. The worst calls were the ones that came from Alaska. Because occasionally the closest tow service was 2 days away. And they would call me in a panic. It's like, help, I'm stuck in the snow, I'm 200 miles out of Anchorage, what am I going to do? And I would say, shh. It's okay. Is there anyone in the vehicle with you? Yeah. Eat that person. So that's the only way you can survive. And you really should be thankful that they didn't make the phone call. The place I work now, actually I have a co-worker here, I think he's still here. I'll tell you a little bit about that. The place I work now, and he will attest, we're basically in an attic. And another call center, and in the attic, the heat will come on and fry us, and we'll turn the AC on and we'll freeze, and we'll turn that off and we'll fry again. And it dries out my delicate, tender, masculine skin. And so I have on my desk a bottle of lotion that I moisturize with all the time. Now, for a while, I was the only guy who worked in this attic room. It was just me and 5 other women. And so they would all borrow the Jergens. And one day, one of the girls said to me, Michael, thank you so much for bringing this. We owe you our moisture. But she realized what she said. Immediately started laughing. Went, oh, that's what I said. That was goofy what I said. All right. This is the dork that I am. However, the first thing I thought of was this. Dune. For the non-Wookiee enthusiasts in the room, if you don't know what Dune is, it takes place on another planet, a different galaxy, where water is a rarity. And in one key scene, a guy offers his own spit as like mock tribute. Oh, you want moisture? I give you moisture. Boy! A woman says to me basically, Michael, I am moist because of you. And the first thing that goes through my head is a 600-page science fiction novel. Alright, followed by thoughts of a vagina, but it was second on the list. Followed by thoughts of the movie The Abyss. I recently found out that my next door neighbors at the apartment complex I live at are 2 hot Russian chicks. I didn't know this for a while, but we share a wall. They're right down the other side of the wall. Yay for Russian chicks. I didn't know they were there. I met them outside on their little sort of walkway area one time, little sitting area, and you know, I decided I've never met them before. They don't know who I am. I'm going to introduce myself. I'm going to be suave. And so I just walked up to the girl and said, "Hi, my name is Michael. We're neighbors. What's your name?" And she said, Keisha. You can hear the upturned questioning mark in her name, and I realized that's not a very Slavic-sounding name, Keisha. But that's okay. Fine. I turned to the other girl and I said, well, "What's your name?" And she says, quote, unquote. And I realized that they're freaked out somehow. I don't know why. What is it? Did you come to this country in a cargo container? Is your pimp watching through the window right now? Worried I'm going to get a freebie. Why are you freaked out? And then I realized it's me. I have frightened them, and we've never met. So they probably heard something that frightened them through the adjoining wall. And I'm trying to figure out what that could be. And I realized, you know what? I do practice my comedy every morning in the shower. They probably heard me going over the best way to say the word vagina. 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 Vag. That, and I do play a lot of violent video games, during which I have been known to yell out, "Die, you Russian whore!" And I think that's what did it. I tried to invent a superhero one time. The best I could come up with, actually, he already exists. I think Jesus would make an awesome superhero. I mean, think about it. He's got superpowers already. He can heal the sick. He can walk on water. He's kind of hard to kill. I imagine Super Jesus like hanging out, you know, urban setting on the corner, and then suddenly a drive-by happens. Aha! Oh, I'm gonna get you now. Oh, damn it, they're gone. Oh, that was 3 days ago. Shit! They always get away. Thank you guys very, very much.
Keep it going for Michael Channing. Yeah.